Now, I would like to invite you to watch the Blue Heart Foundation video presentation. You will learn a little about the staff and get a feel for why we are celebrating signing day and pay homage to the Blue Heart Foundation founders.
There's been so many things that's held us down, but now it looks like things are finally coming around. I know we've got a long, long way to go, and where we'll end up, I don't know. But we won't let nothing hold us back. We're putting our show together, we're polishing up our act.
Hey everyone, we're back again. Me and my Blue Heart brothers would personally like to thank our family, our friends, and especially the Blue Heart Foundation. Thank you.
Thank you.
But guess what though?
What?
We're also Blue Heart alumni now.
Yay!
So how we gonna celebrate tonight?
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, wasn't that beautiful? This is why we're here. For beautiful things like that to warm your spirit and your heart, your Blue Heart. There is no other organization focused on servicing young black men like the Blue Heart Foundation. Just give that a round of applause by itself. These young men are going to enter into college, because of this foundation. Next, we're going to commence with the certificates and recognition from the City of San Diego and the County of San Diego officials. I'd like to have Mr. Matthew Gordon to the stage, please.
What's going on, party people? I didn't hear y'all, so I guess I got to wake some of y'all up. When I say blue, you say heart. Blue? Heart. Blue? Heart. I heard them, but I don't think I heard y'all. When I say blue, you say heart. Blue? Heart. Blue? Heart. That's what I'm talking about. This is a celebration today, folks. Matthew Gordon, President, CEO of this extraordinary organization known as the Blue Heart Foundation. At this time, I'd like to invite to the stage District Director representing the 79th Assembly District of Assemblywoman Dr. H.E.A.R.T Weber, Chevelle Newell-Tate, a representative from the 4th Council District representing the People's Council member, Tiffany Harrison, to present the Academic Achievement Awards to our guys. Please. Yeah, I said Tiffany too. Oh, I forgot one addition. Ms. Stephanie Allen representing U.S. Senator Alex Padilla's office as well.
Good afternoon, everybody. Sure. Again, I am Chevelle, District Director for Assemblymember Dr. H.E.A.R.T Weber. It is such an honor to be here today to celebrate the graduating seniors of the Blue Heart Foundation. Congratulations. This is just an amazing journey that you're on, and it's just the beginning. And I'm so glad that an organization like the Blue Heart Foundation has been there with you throughout your high school careers to really build your character, because you're going to need that when you go out into the real world and go on your college journeys. But don't forget where you come from. Come back home. Come back and volunteer with the program. Come back and be a mentor, all of that. And so just want to congratulate you. What I will also do is present certificates on behalf of Secretary of State Dr. Shirley Weber's office. She couldn't be here today, of course. She's the whole Secretary of State. So I'm happy to do that on her behalf. And I'll call up the seniors if you could come up while we say your name. And then you're going to get certificates from each of our offices. So first I have Michael Lazaire. Joshua Lee Redding. Look at that. Okay, look at that suit jacket. Luis Manuel Villegas, Jr. Come on, Hot Pink! And lastly, Mason Grimacy. All right.
Well. You guys all know me as the random lady that pops up and, helps you at the HBCU tours with Miss Stacy, and the person who's sending you random scholarship opportunities. So this is me in my work capacity today. And I know I always joke with you guys a lot, but I want to tell all four of you I'm very proud of you. I hope that you continue to push yourselves, that you guys all are capable of Black excellence, because you exhibit Black excellence already, and I'm looking forward to see you grow into the men that you're going to become. And for the community, my name is Tiffany. I'm representing Council President Pro Tem Montgomery Stepp. She is at Reparations Task Force meetings. That's why she couldn't be here today up in the Bay Area. But she sends her appreciation and congratulations on your success. And the certificates say the following. To the 2023 Blue Heart Sign Day event, congratulations on your commitment to excellence, dedication, and notable success. We honor your graduation, and we salute you as an outstanding high school senior. So, Mason. Luis. Joshua. And Michael. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Stephanie Allen. I'm the Constituent Services Director for the first Latino U.S. Senator, Alex Padilla. I am actually a special guest because I just actually came back from Washington, D.C. last night. But Alex Padilla, as well as his entire staff, wanted to honor these young men on your decision day, on your start of a new legacy for yourselves, for representation of your family and your community. So we just wanted to say thank you and congratulations. This is only the beginning for you guys. Thank you.
Stay up here, stay up here. Stay up here. All right. Before I allow you fine, distinguished young gentlemen, sit down. I have another presentation for you. We're not going to send you off to college empty-handed, or at least with empty pockets. So on behalf of some very special individuals who I'd like to call angel donors, and on behalf of the Blue Heart Foundation, I would like to present to you seniors $16,000 in scholarships. Bring it up to the front. Let Mason hold it from the front. Y'all know how we roll. It's the Blue Heart Foundation. All right, seniors, you may be seated. At this time, I'd like to thank our partners and sponsors of this event, supporters of the Blue Heart Foundation, in the form of PNC Foundation, Alaska Airlines, the City of San Diego, and the San Diego Foundation. Please give them a round of applause. All right, now to the big announcement that I have for you all this afternoon. You ready to hear it? All right. It is with great excitement that I announce that we are officially moving forward with our building project. One of my priorities as president and CEO of this organization was to take these renderings and make it a reality, finishing the vision of our co-founder, the late, great Tracy Morris. This vision was placed between the infamous Four Corners and Willie James Jones Avenue, 1 block away from Lincoln High School. It's a project that will provide safe space for young Black men right here in San Diego County. Huge shout out to our project manager, Brian Ware of Best Way Services, Mayor Todd Gloria, the folks with IBEW for helping realize this vision. And of course, with this building space, we're going to provide jobs to Black folk. So it's built Black, by Black, for Black. This new building space will feature a computer lab for tutoring and academic services, a wellness space for our Mindful Heart program, which aims to cater to the mental health and wellness of our participants, a storage space to provide clothing, toiletries, and other necessities for families in need, a state-of-the-art conference room for meeting space, and then, of course, offices for the Blue Heart staff. This is very exciting as our organization continues to grow and expand. We expect this project to be completed by fall 2023. Now, we cannot do this without you. First half of this is getting this thing built. So I invite each and every single one of you to help us continue to shape the lives of young Black men in San Diego County by donating to the Blue Heart Foundation and with our mission statement. You can log on to blueheartfoundation.org/donate, or you can snap a photo of this QR code. Last but not least, because I don't want to forget this, and I've saved this for last, if you are a member of the Blue Heart team and or a mentor, please stand or raise your hand if you're already standing to be recognized. They are the heartbeat and engine that makes this machine go. So from me to the Blue Heart team, staff, my mentors, these fine Black men here, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for helping the vision. Thank you for shaping the lives of young Black men, and most importantly, thank you for being you. Each and every single one of you brings something unique and special to the table, and that deserves to be recognized. So one more time, please give them a round of applause. At this time, I'm going to invite a very special gentleman up to the podium. If I could just say a couple words about this gentleman. He excites me every time he speaks. He's one of the most intentional men that I know. He is a mentor to the seniors. He's going to share with you his stories. But for me, watching this man at work and how he's handled the seniors, coming up with such fresh and new ideas for the Blue Heart Foundation and beginning a new tradition that will begin right here today, please help me welcome to this podium James Crawford.
All right. I pop the pain away. I slide the pain away. Let that soak in real quick. All right, you can cut it now. You can cut it. There we go. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. There we go. I like that. Thank you so much. Wonderful spring day we're having, right? I'm super excited. I'm so honored to be here as the Blue Heart senior mentor. Again, my name is James Crawford. I'm an educator and instructor at UC San Diego, Tritons representing. I'm also a PhD candidate in education studies, where my research and my passion lies in community-based organizations, community-based education programs that specifically support the healing and empowerment of Black youth. Already today, we heard some words about Black excellence, right? What does that mean? To me, that means Black joy, Black resistance, Black resilience. Looking back on our history, recognizing that, again, together we rise, and that indeed it does take a village. For these young Black men to be here today, it took a village. It took family support. It took long nights. And for me to be here, it also took that as well. As a former foster youth, someone born in Chicago, the youngest of three, my parents were unfortunately involved in what many in the 80s, early 90s, the crack cocaine epidemic, right, that hit a lot of Black and brown communities. So early on, when I came to California, being raised by my aunt, the question of, who am I? Why am I here? What am I to do? How do I envision my future as a Black man in this society? Luckily, I had my aunt to provide me that rich understanding of our Black history and our Black culture so that I could be firmly rooted in developing my identity beyond the limiting ideas and stereotypes and messages that I saw in the media so often and that we still see today. When we turn on the news, when we look at social media, we're inundated, we're saturated with very limiting portrayals of what it means to be a Black man, of the type of things that we can seek to aspire to become. So to me, it's really important to think about, what do we see when we look in the mirror as Black men? What do we see in each other when we look at our peers, our other Black brothers? And a part of this question, I feel, comes back down to, how do we cultivate environments where, as Black young men, we feel uplifted, we feel supported, we feel seen, heard, and understood? And that's what Blue Heart is all about. That's why I'm so passionate about being here. This time last year was my first introduction to Blue Heart, my first event that I participated in, just viewing, right? And it was signing day of last year. Before that, I had tried to set up a meeting with Tracy Morris in February, and unfortunately he had passed right before I got a chance to meet him. But when I went to signing day, I felt his presence. When I went to signing day, I could see in all the young men, all the lives that he touched, who Tracy was and who he still is, because his impact is still felt, is still here with us. That's what I want to be a part of, and that's why I feel so passionately about Blue Heart and what we do with our young men. Because we pour into them, because we see in them not only ourselves, but who they can be, all the possibilities, all the different pathways. So we take all those limits off, take all the limiting ideas and the stereotypes that we've seen for centuries, for generations, since the beginning of this society, right? That has put Black men in a box, that has labeled us as dangerous, as deviant. And we flip that and we say, Black excellence. We see you, young Black men. We see you. You are special. You are worthy. You are excellent. One of the things that we also have to remember is how our Black young men are treated in our schools. Now, we all know it wasn't until the Civil Rights Movement, 1954, Brown versus Board of Education, that as black folks, we were even legally allowed to integrate schools. And part of the reason and the argument that was put forth in that court ruling was that separate also meant unequal. You cannot separate us as black folks in our schooling environments and expect us to have the same opportunities and resources. So we sought to integrate. But generations later, what we continue to see are the implicit biases and the same stereotypes being put upon our young black men. As early as preschool, there are various studies that indicate that when preschool teachers are looking for deviance or challenging behavior in the classroom, they more often than not focus on the black students. They more often than not focus on the black boys. We're talking about preschool. So when we fast forward and we think about the events and the tragedies that led to the social unrest and the movements during 2020, right? George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and so many others that we see in the news. These implicit biases, they don't just start with our interactions with the police. They don't just start when we're pulled over or when we're walking down the street wearing a hoodie like Trayvon Martin was. They start as early as preschool because these ideas, these ideologies, these perceptions are so saturated in our society, so saturated in our culture that they are replicated and reproduced in the classroom. Why is that important? Because when we send our young black boys off to school, we want them to be taught, we want them to be supported. We want our teachers to see in them that potential and possibility that we see in our own children and have that same love and care for them when we send them off to school. And yet, we still see the disproportionate disciplining of our black boys. For the same infraction that a white kid will get a slap on the wrist, we might have our black boy get put in cuffs. The reason why that's important is because not only are we having to educate our young black men, the reading, the writing, the math, the science, but we also have to help them heal from this onslaught of this pervasive level of anti-black violence, this various forms of racism. So we need the healing, and we also need the empowerment for our young black men to see themselves and what is possible, and the history and the rich culture that we come from and that we maintain, because they're not always getting that in the curriculum in their schools. So now I want to bring up the fact that we had a wonderful opportunity in January to go on an HBCU college tour. Our wonderful academic coach, Ms. Stacy Dent, unfortunately unable to be here today, but she's been working with our seniors for the past year on college applications, scholarships, and curating a wonderful HBCU college tour. And part of that college tour that really stood out to me, yet again, was the Black excellence. Stepping on the grounds of all these different HBCUs, starting in Atlanta, going to Clark Atlanta, going to Morehouse, seeing their Morehouse brothers, the alumni of Blue Heart, being able to show them around campus, showing them the ins and outs, the behind the scenes, but also giving them the insight, right? Letting them know, like, hey, when you come here, when you come anywhere as a young black man, be ready. Be ready to put your best foot forward. Be ready to collaborate and connect with your peers so you can elevate your ideas and your creativity. You're not just going to college just to learn out of a book. You're there to express yourself, to connect with other people, other like-minded individuals who see the best in you. So as we went on this HBCU college tour, and we also went to various historical sites, the home of Martin Luther King Jr. in Atlanta, various museums that showed us from the civil rights movement and before, what did it actually mean for us as Black folks to access quality education? And the fact that we can't take this for granted. When we were in Little Rock, Arkansas, we went to Philander Smith, a small HBCU out there in Little Rock, Arkansas. We went into the main building, the admissions office. All of our young men had in hand their high school transcripts. They had their high school resume. They were ready. And they were able to blow away all the admissions advisors with their professionalism, how they introduced themselves and their background, their interests, what they want to major in. And then we got to hear about the story of these schools and the fact that, yet again, these HBCUs were built by us, for us to thrive when folks didn't want us to be educated, right? And so hearing, for example, from Luis, how impactful that was to go on this trip, to see that Black excellence, to be steeped in that environment, and how that reinforced the idea that, yet again, education is important, not just for individual advancement, but as a part of that longer legacy of Black liberation. So again, when I say Black excellence, I mean Black joy, Black resilience, Black resistance, and all the possibilities that we represent as young Black men. And with that, I want to announce all the many schools, all the colleges and universities that our wonderful seniors have been accepted to. I'll start off with the Cal States. Cal State University, Dominguez Hills. Cal State University, Merced. Cal State University, San Marcos. San Diego City College. San Diego Miramar College. San Diego Mesa College. Palomar College, as well as HBCUs, including Philander Smith College, North Carolina Central University, Wilberforce University, and Clark Atlanta University. Can y'all clap it up for all these universities, all these colleges? So with all these colleges, all these universities that our young Black men have been accepted to, they have options. And that's what we really want for our young Black men, to have options, right? Possibilities for their future. Before we get into that, I just want to emphasize this next presentation is the first of its kind. So can I have the seniors come on up as I present to you the very first senior jackets. All right, I was trying to keep it short, but yes, look at the drip, look at the jacket. So when we went to Howard in DC, some of the young men that were giving us a tour at Howard in DC, they had on these wonderful Letterman jackets representing the organization that they were a part of. Luis and Mason saw these jackets and got an idea, why don't we have jackets for our Blue Heart guys? So Luis, who is a mogul in the making, clothing line coming, right? Mogul in the making. He designed these jackets. All right, clap it up, clap it up.
Hello, everyone. My name is Luis Villegas Jr. I would like to say thank you all for being here for us on this special event. And I also want to thank Blue Heart especially and all the mentors and everybody and staff that helped us. And so we also, the seniors, would like to present everybody that helped us on this journey special gifts for you guys. So here, you want to hold this real quick? All right, can we bring up Miss April to the stage? Miss April, is she? Here, you can hold it real quick. Her. Miss Stacy as well, but I don't think she's here, so I'll put this. Go ahead, give it to her. Miss Tammy, can you come to the stage, please? Mr. Matthew. And also Mr. James. Are you guys gonna open it? And then can you bring the flowers up for as well? Michael, this is you. I think you know. All right, Mason, grab them. Grab the flowers, yeah. Which one does the blue one go to?
Yes, so it's, oh my God, this is beautiful. It's a beautiful photo of the boys, several of them. And it says, Miss Tammy, thank you for being Mama Bear. Go figure. And it goes on to say that they appreciate us. And this is from the Blue Heart Senior Class of 2023. Aw, thank you guys. Oh. It says, we are grateful for the things you did, like teaching us about respect and manners we should have towards young ladies. All right. Okay, I'm doing all right. Also, thank you for teaching us how important it is to look out for one another. We won't forget the important part you played in our journeys. Oh my God, thank you. I'm sure each one of them probably says something different.
You want us to read these now? Is that what we're doing? All right, okay, I'll read mine. Mr. James, we are very grateful for your support and guidance as our senior mentor this past year. We appreciate all of the encouragement and words of wisdom you offered us. Thank you for being an important part of our journey. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate y'all. Yes.
So I'm not going to read mine because it's a little emotional, but thank you. Whoever thought this up, this is a big surprise to get me up here, which I fight against all the time. So I'm going to hand it over to Matthew.
And real quick, again, this is Miss April Ray Morris. She is our co-founder. So please give her another round of applause. I'm gonna hurry up and read mine because I'm not losing my $20 today. Mr. Matthew, we appreciate everything you have done for us. You have helped us better understand what leadership really means by being such a positive role model. Thank you for being an important part in our journey and helping to shape and mold us into the young black men we are meant to be. Together we will rise. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Say something on the back? Money on the back? Okay.
And then we have one more gift for you all as well, if you want to open it. Or
My hands are full with all my flowers.
All right, all right. I'm feeling really good. I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling really good. Really, really good right now. And really quick, I just want to, again, give a shout out to Miss Tammy T for all the hard work she put into arranging this whole event. Yeah, just give a round of applause, Tammy T. Tammy T, thank you so much. All right, so moving ahead, it is my pleasure to bring up to the stage now a wonderful woman, the mother of Michael Lazar, always supporting him, always being there for him. You're right, Tammy T. See, without you, this couldn't happen. You know, she has to direct everything. The incomparable Miss Tammy T. Give it up, y'all. Give it up, y'all. Yes. Wonderful. Look at how beautiful the outfit. I just love it. The necklace, the colors, stunning. Stunning. Look at this. I love it. I love it.
All right. We working things out, y'all. That's all I can say. We working it out. Okay, so we are now going to start the senior presentations. Whew. Music cue. And the first parent, go ahead, James.
Yes, the first parent, as I was saying previously.
Parents.
Yes. The first parent to come up, Michael Lazar's wonderful mother, always having his back, always being there. Whenever I'm trying to reach out to Michael, I'm like, where is he at? Michelle's like, okay, I got it. Let me reach out to him. Let me make sure he's responding. Works very, very hard. Michelle Lazar, everyone. Round of applause. Yes.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Michael's mother, and this is his father, Mr. Lazar, and I am really excited. Thank you, thank you. I'm really excited to be here, and I'm just so grateful for Blue Heart. What an awesome organization. I'm trying not to cry, but when I think about it and talk about it, it's just, I'm so glad that I found Blue Heart. All the amazing things that they've done with the boys, young men, the seeds that they are sowing into them. And I just appreciate everyone, all of the staff, the mentors, the volunteers, everyone that is involved in Blue Heart. I see their hard work. They show up for them. They're there for them all the time. And I see Miss Tammy is Blue Heart. She's the face of Blue Heart. She is the one out there cracking the whip and getting the boys in line and yelling at them and smacking the back of their neck and the back of their heads. That's Miss Tammy. She's getting them in line, and I appreciate her, and I appreciate each and every one of you and all your hard work. And I'm grateful that Tracy's vision is continuing, and I know Blue Heart was his heart, and I appreciate that. When Tracy passed, I was like, oh no, I was like, No, not Blue Heart. I was like, I, that was me thinking that Blue Heart was not going to continue. But you guys in your morning, during that painful time, and I know you're still feeling it today because it's still fresh with Tracy being gone, you guys pulled it together in your hurt and your pain and all of that, and you pulled it together for these young men, and I appreciate that. So I just, thank you. I want to congratulate all the seniors and the parents. I don't know about you guys, but this day came way too fast. I just seemed like it was yesterday that Michael was just a little boy running around, and it goes just like that. And here we are today with him graduating and going off to the next level of his life. I want to give a little background on Michael, and I want to go back to my pregnancy, just so you have an idea of his character and his personality. When I was pregnant, he's my one and only. He has two amazing older sisters, but he's my one and only. And when I was pregnant with him, it was the easy pregnancy. I didn't have anything to compare it to, but it was easy. I was like, okay. I didn't have any morning sickness. I didn't have any issues. Everything went well. I had to make up stuff in my head, so I called the doctor. I'm like, oh, I'm not feeling anything. Something's wrong. He's not moving. So they called me in, and I think this happened twice. And they were like, okay, drink some ice cold water. I remember them telling me that, and whatever else they did the test or whatever. And they're like, yeah, he's fine. So he's basically just chilling. That happened twice. I scared myself. I'm not feeling anything. Something's wrong, things are going too smooth for me. But that turned out to be just Michael. He came out. While I was pregnant with him, and after having him and him growing up, Michael is just chill. He is just an easy child. We never had any problems with Michael, really, to speak of. He never gave us any issues, just goes with the flow. He's just an easy child. So growing up, we put him in different sports, soccer, t-ball, basketball, track. And I would always ask, hey, Michael, you want to play basketball? Okay. He'd do it, he'd try it. And we move on to the next sport, the next season. And Michael, you want to try soccer or track or what? Okay, that was always his response. Okay, and he'd go do it. Never any, no, I don't want to do it, or any fussing or anything like that. He just goes with the flow. And so track was the one sport that he really stuck with consistently over the years, and since he's been running track since he was 6 years old. So he's been doing that through high school and everything like that. So that's the one sport that he did stick with. He is a rule follower. He's kind. I remember one of his elementary school teachers wrote on his report card, he is one of the kindest people that I've ever met. That's our child. He's kind. He's peaceful. He's loving. He has a good heart. He's a good human being. And I'm proud to be his mother. And I know his dad is proud to be his dad. Michael was an introvert. And I remember when we first met Tracy, and Tracy was like, yeah, he's an introvert. But he's like, yeah, we need introverts. They help bring calm to the chaos. So I was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being an introvert. When everything else is going chaotic, introverts bring the calm. So I just want to say, since Michael has been in Blue Heart, I've seen a side of him that I have never seen, especially with the stepping. I was like, that's my son? I didn't even know he had it in him. But it was great to see him stepping. I believe it was this last Christmas. He had to get up and speak and talk. I was like, that's my son? So he was very articulate, and he presents himself well. And I know all of this is because of Blue Heart, what Blue Heart is instilling in him and put in him. And so we came to Blue Heart. I was just looking for a program to put him in. And I wanted him to have community. I wanted him to have brotherhood. I wanted him to be a part of something. And I'm so grateful that I found Blue Heart, and I just only wish that I had found it sooner. So thank you to Blue Heart for all of your work, everything that you've done for Michael and for us, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So I want to turn your attention to the screen to watch a slideshow of Michael. Mr. Lazar, do you have anything? Okay.
Whatever goes around eventually comes back to you. So you gotta be careful, baby, and look both ways before you cross my mind.
Did you ever wonder? Yeah, do you ever wonder what he might be going through on his own and the demons that he's facing alone? I hate that sometimes I can't go home and it just ain't the same on the phone, no. But everybody's gotta go, don't they?
Yes, we do.
So if you need a hero, just look in the mirror. No one's gonna save you now, so you better save yourself. And everybody's hurting, everybody's going through it, but you just can't give up now, 'cause you gotta save yourself.
Yeah, I gotta hang on, baby.
The sun will come out, nothing good ever comes easy. I know times are rough, but winners don't quit, so don't you give up. The sun will come out, though we've been struggling endlessly, someday we'll find the love. 'Cause after the storms, when the flowers bloom.
Khaled, what you mean? I take it offensive, cause I'm the hottest flower boy that popped up on the scene. Feeling better, better than ever, cause your umbrella. Sun is beaming on me like headlights beaming on Bambi. Now let's pretend the street is a room and you are a Camry, cause you draw me candy, the Tito to my Randy. Now let's produce some thrillers, my chocolate with your vanilla,
The sun will come out, nothing good ever comes easy. I know times are rough, but winners don't quit, so don't you give up. The sun will come out, though we've been struggling endlessly, someday we'll find the love. 'Cause after the storm, I know it's hard, but did you even really try? Maybe you could understand. And all you had to do was ask, and just open your mind when everything is passing by. And all you had to do was try. Yeah, all you had to do was try. All you had to do was try.
So now I want to introduce to you our fabulous, wonderful son, Mr. Michael Lazar.
Money changing colors like tie-dye. I'm just tryna get it, I ain't tryna die. She got a big ol' on your booty, make the world cry. In the kitchen, wrist twisted like it's stir fry. Hold them bands down, hold your mans down. Who told you come around? It's that trap sound. Designer, clothes, fashion, shows, trap, house, made it, gold. Control the bag now.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Okay, first off, I want to thank both my parents for being my biggest supporters 24/7. It's just really nice having them in my life. I appreciate them for loving and nurturing me all my life. And I want to say thank you to my two sisters that are here. I love them a lot, and I appreciate them for loving and nurturing me too. Okay. My name is Michael Lazar. I was born June 3rd, 2005, and I grew up in San Marcos all my life. And all my life, I've been involved in lots of various things. I played basketball, tennis, soccer. I did swimming for a little bit, and I enjoyed each and every sport I did, but every sport I did, I never really felt the sense of belonging or the sense of, like, I don't know, family. I wasn't really around too many people that looked like me, and I kind of felt that way in everything I did my whole life up until I joined the Blue Heart Foundation, which was one of the best things that's ever happened to me. Joining Blue Heart was a very amazing experience for me. One of my first memories of it is meeting Tracy Morris, and he was such an amazing man. One of my first impressions of him was telling him about my grades, and at the time, they weren't the best. They're better now, but I had to come to him with that, and the first thing that stuck out to me with him was he didn't really judge me for it. He still saw potential in me, and he saw me as great. He saw that I could do great things, and he treated me just like he treated everyone else. And that was really one of the first times in my life that happened, and that really stuck with me. And it was an amazing feeling to feel that I could be great regardless of how other people see me. And going through Blue Heart was very amazing. I was surrounded by people that looked like me and people that accepted me and people that I could laugh with and people that I could talk to. And Blue Heart itself gave me a bunch of amazing opportunities. They introduced us to STEM and community service and stepping, which is very fun, very fun. And it's just really important to me because I finally got that sense of brotherhood, that sense of belonging that I'd been lacking my whole life. And it was just, I felt myself just becoming who I was supposed to be and coming into myself and just learning what I wanted to do and who I wanted to be around. And Blue Heart also helped us a lot with college and learning how to bring ourselves up and present ourselves formally, and how to write essays, how to apply for scholarships. And we couldn't have did that without the help of Miss Stacy. So she's not here today, but I just want to thank her for all the hours and late nights that she did with us to help us be the best that we could be. And another highlight of my Blue Heart experience was the HBCU tour. It was really one of the greatest moments of my life because I was exposed to so much Black excellence and smart Black people, and it was really just amazing. And being on the campuses, being completely surrounded by smart, intelligent, amazing, good-looking Black people, it just was, it was a first, and it was amazing. And I knew immediately that I wanted to be a part of that. I just wanted to be there. I wanted to be successful and great, just like everyone else. And Another big help with our college experience was Mr. James. I want to thank him too. He was also up late with us, helping us, bring us up to the best that we could be, and he was by our side the entire time. And Blue Heart changed my life. It changed my life for the better, and I'm forever grateful for being a part of Blue Heart. And with that being said, I want to announce the college. I want to announce to the college that I'll be going to. So, my plan is to start out 2 years going to Palomar, and then I want to transfer to Howard. So.
That's awesome, baby. I'm so proud of you. That's good.
He should be in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, boogers they sit on my neck. I didn't regret. Yeah, I'm petting, I don't got a debt. You crawl for you walk, you can't ball if you breathe. All my dogs on the wall, we gon' ball when you breathe. Stop watching me, democracy, you wanna copy me. Life monopoly, go copy some land and some property. AP, rose, pink diamonds, wool, whip up your soda, diamonds off the road. Keep watching me, whip up, still keep real and fame. Dance with my dogs in the
The next presentation, which is going to be for Joshua Redding. So with that, I have the pleasure of bringing Miss Carolyn Johnson up. And Carolyn, I have to say, as someone, that's fine, someone who has been so helpful ever since she came to Blue Heart, just volunteering and asking, what can I do? What do you need? I got you. Thank you, Carolyn.
Sometimes I shave my legs and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I comb my hair and sometimes I won't. Depending on how the wind blows, I might even hang my toes. It really just depends on whatever feels good in my soul.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight. Actually, this afternoon, sorry. I would like to thank Blue Heart and the team members who've been helping supporting the boys, and specifically my son Joshua throughout this past year. I've seen so much growth and development in him, and it just amazes me just what wonderful things can happen when you continue to network and grow with a great community, and especially a strong blood brotherhood. I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself. So once again, my name is Carolyn, and I'm the mother of Joshua. Like I said earlier, I just can't give enough emotions and expressions. Just all the wonderful things he's come along the way throughout the years. With each passing, he just reminds me of the meaning to be patient, resilience, and unconditional love. Joshua, ever since he was a little boy, he was just always known as being well-mannered, very kind, very loving, very nurturing. And as a mother, just to get that feedback throughout the years, it's just a wonderful feeling. From the moment he was born until this time in his life, I've just been so blessed to call him my son, because when he was little, he had an issue with talking and speaking, and going through the medical of trying to find out what was going on. He still kept persevering and pushing forward and growing and developing. And I just wasn't sure where things were going to be at, but he just always gave me notations and notes that everything is going to be okay. And there was times I had my doubts, but like I said, he just kept going and growing and moving forward, and I can't be more proud of him. And throughout all the hard work that he has gone through school, and just praying for him. He continues to work hard. Joshua reminds me that there could be times where people would try to label you, but he just always pushes those labels to the side. And I can't be more proud of him than that, through the speech development, through developmental, milestones of, trying to reach those moments. He continued to push through and do the work. And you wouldn't known those things that he's have gone through, because he continues to grow and develop it and smile and be happy and just enjoys being around people. And he just is a great encouragement to me, just to keep pushing for your dreams and to keep wanting more. When he was in elementary school, he was labeled with PDD-NLS, which means pervasive developmental disorder not otherwise specified. So that means they know something's kind of going on, but they don't know what. But once again, he was going through each gradestone, he was going through each milestone, and just growing and developing, made friends, and he joined Boy Scouts, and he continued to grow and prosper. And then throughout the years, he continued to learn and thrive in his own way, and taught others a few things along the way. And later on, he was labeled as inattention ADD, which, as now in teenagehood, I had to remind him to do his homework and do some chores, but he's a boy. But he kept going. And so no matter how many IEPs I had to go through and, all the visits of speech and stuff like that, he continued to learn and develop. And as we're here gathering today, my son is able to walk with other young men and women to do so and to receive a high school diploma. And that's just so wonderful for me. Not sure if many of you guys know that, but most time with children who have any kind of IEP, they don't typically get a diploma, they get a certificate, and they're not able to receive the scholarships that he gets today and get a chance to go on college tours because of that label. So Joshua persevered, pushed through that, told the doctors, that's not me, and I'm so proud of him today. So for our family and friends, this is a big moment for us, because throughout the years, most people with learning difficulties and disabilities are not able to receive a diploma, and yet alone get a chance to attempt to go to college without help and support. So I'm so blessed and happy to share with all of you today that Joshua Lee Redding Jr. will be able to fully attend the college of his choice and will be able to continue to teach others about his choices and continue to persevere his goals and dreams of receiving his college degree. I would like to take your attention to the screen right here of Joshua.
Well. Hey, JP, baby Dub.
Yes, sir. That feel real good. That feel real good. Let's go.
Keep praying, things ain't changed for you in quite a while. When I think of all the stuff I had to go through just so I could be here today, my Lord, it always reminds me, go ahead and be thankful, cause I know my blessings, cause my blessings on the way, yeah. They say I'm gonna make it, but they say it couldn't be done. But every time they see me, they say they go down. They go down one. Take no credit, where my help comes from. I just look up to them hills.
Jesus on my side, yeah. I got that. Oh, oh, I got that. Oh, I got that. Every time, every time, every time, you gon' see me winning. Hey, hey, take me up, say it. Every time, every time, you gon' see me winning. Hey, hey, take me up, say it. V-I-C-T-O-R-Y. I got no reason to fear. I got Jesus on my. I got that. 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 V-I-C-T-O-R-Y. I got no reason to fear. I got Jesus on my. I got that. I got that. I got that. I got that. I got that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me introduce my wonderful son, Joshua Lee Redding Jr.
All things are working for my good, yeah, 'cause he's intentional, never failing. I know that all things are working for my good, yeah, 'cause he's intentional, never failing. All things are working for my good. Intentional. Hey, and he's never failing. All things are working for my
Hey everyone. How are you doing this afternoon? You're all having a good time? Give me an oh yeah. All right. My name is Joshua Redding Jr. I was born on June 22nd, 2004 in Camp Pendleton. I was named after my dad. He was my dad's a senior and I'm a junior, so that's how I earned the nickname AJJ in the first place. So I don't remember much of my childhood, but there are some memories that I still have throughout the years. I'm still surprised I can remember most of my teachers' names. So I don't know how, but it's just like, oh yeah. I was like, wait, I know this teacher. So when I was 10, I had a highly functional autism. I wasn't sure what it was at first, but I didn't tell anyone about it because I feared that if I told someone, then people were going to be wondering, like, wait, highly functional autism? Like, what is this guy on? I was like, is he on something? I'm like, what is he on? So I didn't tell anyone. I just kept that all to myself because they just felt personal and everything. When I was in middle school, things proved to be a little challenging for me. It did. But luckily, I've had help with my studies, tutors. Also had my family help me out. Also went to prime time, so I also managed to graduate on time. Also had a 2.0. When I was in high school, I thought it'd be like middle school all over again. Just have help with tutoring, and also do it like all the time. But then later on, I realized it was a lot different. I did. And then I slowly started to fail 3 classes. Yeah, 3. That's actually the first time I ever failed 3 classes ever before. So I tried to get help with it, but then they were like, yeah, this is high school now. You can't do things like, you're not gonna get help with this. in high school, I mean, if it's in middle school, yeah, that's one thing. But in high school, you gotta do things on your own. So that was pretty hard. At the end of my freshman year, I got pulled out. I also went to the charter school. There, I managed to pass all 3 of my classes. And then I also stayed there ever since. When the pandemic hit, I stayed at home most of the time because I just feared that if I was going to get out, then I was going to catch something. So I just like, nah, I'm just going to stay at home because it's not safe outside. So, so as things were starting to open back up, and I lost my grandmother at the time. She tested positive, and it wasn't easy. It was once a very sad day for me. First time I ever dealt with grief, but luckily I took it very easy every day. I also have an emotional support animal, so just helping me throughout the stress. As I was doing work in the charter school, I managed to hang out with my friends. We also went to spooky dance, had a swag on, just baby, 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 oh. Grand night, same thing, just one heck of a blast. Also, wasn't really able to graduate with them because I was taking a little too long with math. Yeah, I'm not really a math person, just to be honest. But luckily, I stayed for 1 year. I mean, I stayed for another year, and I managed to pass all my math and didn't take it ever since. And also passed economics like a few months ago in January. Got a call from a text from my teacher one morning saying like, "Hey, Josh, I checking all your course requirements, and turns out you don't have to go to school every day. Like, you passed." I was like, "Woo!" And when I saw that text, it was the best day of my life, happiest day ever. I was so excited. I seriously thought I wasn't gonna make it. So, you wanna know the crazy thing about it? I didn't even quit. I didn't. The other half of me was like, all right, we're not gonna be able to make it though because we didn't graduate with our friends. And then the other half was like, no, absolutely not. We did not come this far just to give up and be a loser. Yeah, we started this. Yeah, you started this, you make it all the way to the finish line. That's how it's gonna be. And then I was able to be there for my friends when they graduated, because I didn't want to be I wanted to be a good friend, just show them real support. I also went to 3 back-to-back parties. First one, I didn't know it was a graduation party. I thought it was just a regular one where we just have a barbecue and everything, and just say, oh yeah, this is some good barbecue right here. Second one, I also got an invitation where I just invited myself. I just didn't ask her, like, hey. Third, same thing. Invited myself 2 in a row in 2 days. And also, before I close out, for those who are in high school or about to enter high school, enjoy it while you can, because time goes by quick. It does. You ever had the feeling where, as a kid, where you just enjoy those moments, just be, oh man, those are the good times, and then looking back and as an adult, just be, oh man, it just sucks to be an adult, but you just want to be a kid for the rest of your life. Just want to. That's how I felt. And then when I entered Blue Heart, I wasn't sure what it was at first, but then when my mom told me about it, I decided to give it a try. And when I gave it a try, new life experience. So, yeah. But yeah, got to experience a lot, made new friends, Blue Heart Brothers, and I also want to give a shout out to my fancy sisters over there. Also, while in the HBCU, it was a new life. It also was a new life experience where I also got to experience black colleges, black history. We also got to view colleges. So my original plan was to stay at home and like do 2 years of college because I'm a California person. I just want to stay home, just be close to mom, family, and everyone else. Just be like that. But then when I did the HBCU, I was like, wait, can I either go here in in-state, college in-state or out of state? So then I decided to do it in-state because I just want to be close to family. And also, I did enjoy it because early on after high school, I was just 18 years old, just wasn't ready to be a grown-up yet. Now I'm 18 and it's like, hey Josh, how does it feel to be 18? Feels good, but honestly, it kind of sucks. I mean, it does though, because a kid, you can just have lots of fun, get away with stuff, and just not act like it didn't happen. But then as an adult, you just, yeah. But thank you for your time. Before. And the college that I'm planning on going to is Miramar.
All things are working for my good.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, thank you all for your patience and all your attention. This is a wonderful celebration. Wonderful. So we're gonna keep it going, and we're gonna call up the parents for our next senior. And we have LaShonda and Luis Sr. And they are so supportive of their son, making sure he's doing everything he needs to do with track, all the extracurriculars. And he also brought his wonderful little sister here as well. So give it up for LaShonda and Luis Sr.
Since there was water readily as a light in our dark land, since thou was placed in thy heart, all the Lord's commands, he set thee above nations and cast thy enemies away. He's standing up within thee, so let me hear you say, we're blessed in the city, we're blessed in the field, we're blessed when we come and when we go.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are we all doing today? Great? Good. First, I want to introduce us. My name is Luis Villegas. This is my beautiful wife, LaShonda Phoenix Villegas, and my beautiful daughter, Lanaya Villegas. We are the proud parents of Luis Villegas Jr. I'm going to hand the mic off to my wife first before I go. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so glad to be here. My theme song was supposed to be Never Would Have Made It, because I just didn't know if we were going to get to this point. So I am just so grateful to God for his faithfulness and for bringing us on this journey. And just so proud of all the seniors and all these young men. So before I begin, I am going to read, so bear with me. Before I begin, I want to first thank Blue Heart Foundation. In particular, thank you to its founders, the late Tracy Morris, and to April Ray Morris. Thank you for the courage and all the sacrifice it took to execute the vision that was placed on Tracy's heart. We are grateful for the impact that this organization continues to have on our families and these young men. Thank you to Matthew Gordon for your leadership and for stepping up, along with the rest of the Blue Heart team, to continue Tracy's legacy of building up young Black men of excellence. And now to share a little bit about our son, Luis Villegas Jr. Luis, whom we all call LJ, is a military child, which means a lot of moves and transitions. He has attended 8 different schools in 3 different states, not to mention virtual school during COVID. So from the jump, he had to be resilient and had to learn how to adjust and adapt to constantly changing environments. Thankfully, he's an extrovert and has always been an outgoing, friendly kid who is great at making new friends. However, as much as he is a natural when it comes to making connections with people, he struggled with his academics. During his middle and high school years, he seemed less motivated and would barely apply himself. We knew he had the ability because when he did apply himself, he did well. In hindsight, I now know there were a lot of factors that played into this besides a lack of motivation. He had bouts of mild depression caused by the effects of the pandemic, which affected his social life. He had no school athletics as an outlet, his father being out on another deployment, all the transitions of military moves, and of course, a nagging mom. So after much praying and crying out to God for help, God answered our prayers. That's when I met my now dear friend, Lon Jefferson, who right from the get-go told me about Blue Heart and what it had to offer. In all honesty, when she first told me it was a college prep mentorship program for young Black males, I checked out, thinking I can't even see LJ thinking about college, let alone applying and getting accepted into one because of his grades. But that's where God had to remind me that he heard our prayers and that he was in control. Luis started attending Blue Heart events around this time last year, the first one being signing day 2022. Then and there, he was sold. My husband and I began to see great improvements in his motivation and attitude. His confidence and outlook on his future also improved. He was so excited about being a part of this brotherhood and everything that it represented that he repped Blue Heart and its gear proudly. The biggest change came when he attended the Let Freedom Ring HBCU tour. Seeing other young Black men and women pursuing higher education in a setting just for us and established by us, that lit a fire in him. We can't thank Blue Heart enough for the invaluable opportunities and experiences you provided to our son, for seeing the leader in him and drawing it out of him, for seeing and believing in his potential when I was almost too weary to believe. Thank you for helping him to see it in himself and giving him the tools to be the awesome young man that God has destined him to be. LJ, you got it. It's already in you. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. We also want to thank Stacy and the Baum Academic Coaching for sharing your knowledge, expertise, and the time you put in our son to help guide him through the college and scholarship application process. Also, thank you for organizing that excellent trip to expose him to more Black history in the HBCUs. To Mr. James, thank you for giving your time to mentor and speak into our son's life, for checking in on him when I was concerned about his grades, and for being a visible example of what Black excellence looks like. Thank you, Tammy T, for being the other mother who helped organize and put the programs and events together. Thank you for making sure that our sons in these events were up to par. Last but not least, thank you, Lon, because I truly don't know how else we would have heard about this wonderful organization if it wasn't for God divinely placing you in our life. Thank you all for your time, and now I'll turn it over to my husband, Luis, so he can have a few words.
Well, I would like to start off by saying that I am a proud dad up here. I am extremely proud of my son, Luis Jr. Since joining Blue Heart Foundation, we've actually seen a tremendous improvement in my son's attitude towards his future. So again, like my wife said, thank you, Blue Heart Foundation, for all you have done, not only for my son, and also for all the other young men that have gone through, are in the organization, and will be going through the organization. Babe, I would also like to thank you. We're standing here today because, not loud enough? We're standing here today because you heard of an outstanding opportunity for our son's growth through Lon. Thank you, Lon. And you jumped on it. You took advantage of it. And thank you for that. Growing up, Luis had so many interests, so many things he so-called loved, i.e. basketball, baseball, football, painting shoes, soccer, and wrestling. He got the opportunity to do all of them. But he didn't stick to any one of those, right? So when he came to us and he was like, I want to do TikTok videos. I want to do fashion design. All I could think of was dollar signs, right? Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. I'm like, these things are expensive, right? So I had to sit back and realize as a parent that when he was growing up, he was trying to find himself. He was trying to find what he loved to do. He was trying to find his interests, right? No different than when I was growing up. So, kind of got lost here for a minute. So one thing through that process that I learned about my son is that when he's interested in something, he will give it his all. He will give it 100%. And that is TikTok videos and fashion. And speaking about fashion, I would like to give my son another shout out for doing an outstanding job with the Blue Heart jacket. Outstanding job, LJ. LJ, mom and dad knows that you're going to do great things in life. But if we can give you one piece of advice, it's always, always, always put the Lord Jesus Christ, our God, first in everything you do. That is something that I struggle with still to this day, but I pray that he will get it right away, right? Because with him, all things are possible. Thank you. And now I would like to invite you to watch a video presentation of our son, Luis.
Hey, yo, Benz, what you cooking?
I can tell you that I'm proud of myself. I grew up poor, but that's just the way it is, baby boy. All the neighbors, they ain't want me with the kids. Probably thought that I'd die, but now they see where I live on. I done made cross the field, that's a touchdown. Cotton in, cut key, gotta work now. Mama know that we up now. Bring back, fill the cash, I don't let's go. They don't like me, but I got it a minute, this how it is. I was down, ain't had nobody, I did it, that's my beat. I need forgiveness for things that I did. I'm thank God that he blessed me with all of my friends. I'm in the hills with all of these M's. You don't need K2, but I'm between. I was stressing over you, why you wildin' out with your friends? With my brother in the coupe, go to pop and we shootin' again, yeah. And I came out the cell, boy. I finished school, but I said that I accept for it. I'm getting it in, I ain't quitting cause I'm winning. No, I'm rockin', I ain't stopping for the law tonight. Laying around the crib, bad women. Rhythm that I'm feeling, they so got me going off tonight. Shorty know she real bad with it. She gon' ride me around till I tell her for the stop at the light. Get off the gram, not making friends, and she with it. She made a video out with them, and I'm loving it. I got a group of bad women wanna test. Pretty head, got a bad, 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 yeah, yeah. They ain't wanna see me winning. I was in the prison, missing my children. Oh, I come from playing with that g. I hit them caught a fist. I ain't rapping, I take me. Stuck up in it, I feel like I'm on my own. Pay the means, I still don't feel like I'm home. And it's the small little things been going wrong. Feel like my mom been going away for like way too long. I ain't tryna party around y'all. Cooler than a bird bag, more sauce than a gala walk. Recognize what's missing, I can put it in mission. I done made it out my granddad house. Shorty, please don't sleep, don't you see that I'm in a two-way love affair. Got my heart broke, if I was focused on that, would've got my head knocked off. Money getting disease, so I'm slinging it. Dead wrong, how you vision me? Ain't no richer than every single my Pacific critics. Watch your tone when you mention me. I can feel it deep inside of my soul. And I know it's gonna get better as we go. As you know, all I receive. Still a rider and a running whip. And my denim, that Elliot Lennon got crease in my jeans, say amen. Hey, say who attend and I stand, okay. No, she ain't loyal, I ain't falling no way. But inside that girl, I be falling. Run it up, way too much wax for a set. 700,000 one pair for the case, that's a shame. Got a hit for every song that they play, what you say. I won't get paid, ain't no love for the game.
Mama Bear. So now we would like to introduce to some and present to others our wonderful son, Blue Heart 2023 Senior Class Vice President, Luis Manuel Villegas Jr.
I shot to the top just like I'm a rocket. I ain't have a dollar inside of my pocket. Put that on my gang, I swear I ain't stopping. Strapped up and I'm bent up, I'm an astronaut kid. They say pain like meteorite. I got the world in my eyes. The chosen one, I got the prize. I got my on my side. Feel like I need some space. I'm sipping on egg and space. Lot of blue money in the bank. Old honey's in the case. I'm in the high-speed chase. On the way, I can't be late. Cup that, let's do a race. Hope I see you another day. Sip, drink, that's every day. Gave a check to KK. You know I love you. I was talking to Tay Tay. Whenever you call me, you know that I'm coming. Get that back in and I stack up the money. Over that chopper, you know I'ma dump it. I won't let her take nothing from me. Tell me your secret and stay on the under. I swear to God that I won't say nothing. Just sad sex with my baby mama. You better not tell my girl nothing. Spent a $500,000 and I ain't go broke yet. Spent $80,000 on a brand new Vic. I told her she a dog. I'ma take you to the bed. Suck on your blood like a tick. Let her come suck on this. I don't give a what they say. I'm already rich. All my diamonds glitz. 10,000 on my. Let's go. I shot to the top just like I'm a rocket. I ain't have a dollar inside of my pocket. Put that on my gang, I swear I ain't stopping. Strapped up and I'm bent up. I'm an astronaut kid. They say pain like meteorite.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are all y'all doing today? That's good. So my name is Luis Villegas Jr. I am the Blue Heart 2023 Class Vice President, and I will be talking a little bit about myself for you guys today. So I come from a military family, you know, constantly moving. When I was younger, I didn't really get why we had to move. I always wanted to stay in one spot. I never understood why my dad always had to, you know, leave me for deployment or go on duty. You know, as a kid, I was disappointed. I always cried. I wish he never really left me like that, but I know it was his job. So with moving, I know I had to adapt, and adapting can be hard, especially coming from a military family. But for me, I don't know why, but it was kind of easy to adapt. Whenever moving schools, I made lots of friends. They somehow always gravitated towards me. I wasn't really that interesting, but I guess so. But yes, school hasn't been really easy for me, especially when I was younger. School, I was battling a lot of things while in school. I couldn't really focus. I was always distracted. I wasn't the class clown, but I always got distracted by others. With school, I battled many mental problems like depression, as my parents were saying, and just like the devil trying to get at me, as like he tries to get towards all of us. My mental battle really got bad last school year. I was so ready to drop out of school. I always kept saying that I'm gonna drop out of high school. I don't want to finish. I didn't want to go to college at all. I was never focused. I didn't really hang out with the wrong crowd. Like my friends, they wanted me to be a better version of myself, but I couldn't really see that inside of me. And so just mentally, it was a struggle. And just like, I used to have some thoughts about myself saying that the world doesn't deserve me. I didn't believe that I should be here or that my parents should have had me on this earth, really. It was kind of a struggle. My parents helped me get through that by just praying and looking out for me and just taking me to church and keep reminding me that God is who we need to get us through those struggles in life. I also didn't really see myself up here, I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of a little awkward, but you know. Blue Heart, though, has really made a huge impact on me. I'm I joined this past last year around signing day. That was my first event I attended. And just seeing all the past seniors go up here, talk about themselves, and pick a college that they want to go to really inspired me. And I wanted to be in their shoes on this stage, picking a college as well. It kind of reminded me of like the NFL draft, but you know, it's better because not a lot of young black males get this type of opportunity to go to college, and it's overlooked a lot. Blue Heart has really helped me a lot, especially Mr. Matthew, just helping me bring out the leadership characteristics in me that I didn't see in myself. Just, you know, being a role model to my young brothers who are gonna be on the stage just like me, and I'm looking forward to it. But also Miss Tammy just caring for us all the time, loving on us, inspiring us to be a better version of ourselves. And then with Blue Heart, it actually helped me find my passion, which was clothing. Clothing, you know, I wear clothes a lot, as you can see. I love clothes. I love wearing, like I love sticking out, popping out. But just when I started my clothing brand this past 2 years, I'll say, I was kind of lost on what to do because it was my first time ever doing it. But I know that with a meaningful message through clothes, it's going to gravitate many people. And so I do have a clothing brand that's actually doing pretty good so far, I'll say. And it's one scripture that I actually put on my clothes a lot that will forever stick with me. Is if the world hates you, remember that it hated me first. And as a young black man, we're always being hated on for no reason. We just have to power through it. That's really all we have to do. Clothing has also inspired me to, you know, I want to see other people in my clothes, but also like agree with the message that's on my clothes and just also have that meaning and carry it around like I would also. I want to say thank you, Blue Heart, for giving me this opportunity and really loving on me. Thank you, Miss Tammy. I want to say thank you, Miss Stacy also. She couldn't be here today, but she really played a huge part in the college applications and scholarships because without her, I probably would have been lost. I wouldn't have known what to do, how to apply, or anything, but she really helped, and the HBCU tour played a really big factor. I never thought about going to college, but this past January, we went on an HBCU tour, experiencing many different schools and learning about our history, which brought me closer towards going to college, especially at HBCU. So I thank you for that. I also just want to end it by saying thank you, God, because of course, without him, I would not be up here today. You got the mic?
I shot to the top just like a miracle.
And with that being said, the college of my choice for the next 4 years will be Philander Smith College.
All right, y'all, all right. We're gonna keep it going, keep it going. Thank you all so much for your wonderful energy. Next up, I would like to present to everyone Mr. Brandon Kilgore and his wife, Mrs. Kilgore. They've raised their wonderful son, Mason. Sometimes you could always hear his no sir, yes sir, and I'm sure he got that from his parents. They taught him well to show that respect, but also to show that leadership, because Mason is our president for the class of 2023. So without further ado, Brandon Kilgore and Mrs. Kilgore, welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Angela Grimacy Kilgore. I am Mason's mother. Whew. We are very, very grateful for each and every one of you guys. Blue Heart has been nothing but short of amazing. Myself, I am not from here originally. I'm from Texas, and he's from Atlanta, so San Diego's been my home for a while, and this organization has been my village. You guys have helped us shape and mold a beautiful young man. Thank you to Miss Tammy. Thank you to just everyone that has just had a hand in raising him or just in this organization. It's been a short time, but you know, you guys took him in, and it's just, I can notice the change in him. I've always known that he was a leader, but you guys have seen it as well. Okay, so I really didn't write anything. A lot of what I feel has been displayed over the last couple of weeks. I mean, I've been crying off and on, right, just to see him and how he's grown. As you can see, all those beautiful pictures back there at every phase of his life, I have tried to capture, but Mason is my gentle giant. He's the most sweet and most charismatic young man, always helping, and just willing to give me advice on the way to school and telling me what I should be doing and not doing at work. So I'm very grateful for that. He's also got on my last nerve on the way to school playing his music. So I tried to play mine, but that didn't work. He's been my partner in crime when his dad is deployed. He's been his protector for his sisters when I was deployed. I think he's rolled with the punches, and I am thankful to God every day for him. One of the things that I do, and he doesn't know this, so I'll just tell him now, I pray over him. I pray over him every day. I've prayed over him since he was a kid to now this young man. And even though he's not going to be in my house anymore, I'm still going to be praying over him. I'm just full today. I am, and I just am just extremely honored to be his mother, and I thank God for that every day. Now I'm going to let my husband say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. I am not a person of many words. However, I will try my best. And also, I'm going to take a much different approach than everyone else who spoke before me. I actually wrote a letter to my son. Mason, we cannot begin to express to you how incredibly proud of you we are. You are now a high school graduate, which is a huge milestone which cannot be underestimated. It seems like just yesterday, when you were learning how to read, arguing with your sister over who would eat the last of the pancakes with syrup, or learning how to ride a bike, even if it means unintentionally hitting a few parked cars in the process. These are memories we have and will always cherish. If asked to describe your character, I would say you have several attributes many should emulate, which are charismatic, smart, well-mannered, kind, curious, caring, humble, and above all, a loving big brother. Perseverance is also a notable word, which also comes to mind when we look at you. You are one who, no matter what, has never given up when faced with a challenge, and we admire this about you. We hope you are just as excited as we are for this next chapter and what life has in store for you. It would be a disservice to tell you at times things would not be difficult, overwhelming, or even go as planned. Yet you must always remember three things. One, remain grounded and remember the bad things in life will consume you only if you allow it to. Secondly, Know you are an intelligent black man who is able to overcome any challenge placed before him. And finally, never lose sight of your faith. Son, we love you with all our heart, and we are here with you every step of the way. Thank you, guys. And without further ado, please enjoy a video with us with our son.
They wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you loving on me. I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Yes, I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me. They gon' tell the story was different with me. God's plan, God's plan. I hold back, sometimes I won't, yeah. I feel good, sometimes I don't, hey, no. I finesse down Western Road, hey, next. Might go down to G.O.D., yeah, wait. I go hard on Southside G.
My name is Mason Grimacy, and I am the Blue Heart Foundation president. The thing that I enjoyed most about this HBCU tour was that we got to experience a lot more African American culture that we weren't necessarily exposed to before.
They wishing on me. Bad things, it's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Yeah. Hey, hey. She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mama, I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81, they'll bring the crashers to the party. And you know me, turn the 02 into the 03, dog. Without 40 Ollie, there be no me. Imagine if I never met the broskies. God's plan, God's plan. I can't do this on my own, hey, no, hey. Someone watching it close, yup, close. I've been me since Scarlet Road, hey, hey. Might go down as G.O.D., yup, wait. I go hard on Southside G, hey, wait. I make sure that Northside eat, yeah. And still, bad things, it's a lot of bad things that they wishing and wishing and wishing and wishing, they wishing on me. Yeah.
My name is Jason Anderson, and I'm president of Blue Heart. And we just got done watching Black Panther. It was really hard. The effects were crazy, and it was really awesome. You know, I love to see it, and I feel like this one was even better than the last. And yeah, it's just, I felt like it's very good watching it, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming your Blue Heart president and our son, Mason.
Welcome to the good life. Welcome to the good life.
The wait is over.
Welcome to the good life.
And after all the talk, all I gotta say is
welcome to the good life.
You're welcome. You're all welcome. Like we always do at this time. I go for mine. I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. Go for mine. I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky.
I'ma get on the TV, mama. I'ma push it down.
Hey, 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 hey. Welcome to the good life. With the CODs won't even get pulled over in they new V. The good life. Let's go on a living spree. They say that, say that, say that, say that, say that.
So, hi everybody. How y'all doing? So yeah, how y'all doing? I'm gonna keep mine short and sweet because I'm not a man of few words either. So, looking back on my childhood, I always look back on a happy memory with my mom. She tried her best even when my biological dad left. She always made sure I was good before herself, and then my dad came along and supported me, my sister, and my mom. My time in school, I would say, was rough at first. I used to not turn in my homework and get into fights. I struggled with my grades a whole lot too, and at one point was taken out of soccer because of it. In the end, it taught me that education is my priority and that I should always excel in my academics. So freshman year leading up to now, I was on it, checking my grades frequently and keeping up with teachers about my work as well. I also wanted to speak about my time here at Blue Heart too. At the start of my senior year, I had no type of direction or plan of what I wanted to do after high school. I didn't even see myself going to college or anything or even making it to high school when I was younger. One day, my mom came to me with Blue Heart, and before I knew it, I was at orientation. Blue Heart has been a long string of love and support from the staff as well as my Blue Heart brothers sitting over there. I've enjoyed a whole lot of time with them, from step practices to hanging out at other events. Not only that, but they made sure I was keeping up academically and just overall gave me a whole bunch of resources I never thought I'd be able to get. The biggest highlight for me was the HBCU tour trip too. I got to see many different colleges and places that, if not for them, I probably wouldn't have ever been on. So thank you, Blue Heart. Thank you, Blue Heart staff and Mr. Matthew, and especially Ms. Tammy for being patient with me and working with me. I'd also like to thank Mr. James for helping me and guide me through tough decisions. Thank you for listening. Oh. Yeah, I forgot the whole reason. My bad. This one look nice, but I ain't even. Yeah, we gonna go with San Marcos, but it's the Panthers. But it's San Marcos. Yeah.
Welcome to the good life.
The wait is over.
Welcome to the good life.
And after all the talk, all I gotta say is
Welcome to the good life.
You're welcome. You're all welcome. Like we always do at this time. I go for mine. I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky. Nigga, go for mine. I got to shine. Now throw your hands up in the sky.
I'ma get on the TV, mama. I'ma push.
Welcome to the good life. What is the CODs? Won't even get pulled over in they new V. The good life. Let's go on a living spree. They say the best things in life are free. The good life. It feel like Atlanta. It feel like LA. It feel like Miami.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I want to say congratulations to all of my graduating seniors, all of our graduating seniors. We love you all so very much. The boys are coming up to the stage. They're going to move that table to the stage, right? Move the podium this way, right here, honey. Bring it this way. We're going to have the Blue Heart boys come up. They're going to perform a step routine. But before they do, or as they are coming, what I want to say to each and every one of you, you saw the magic that happened here today. We cannot do this without donations. We need financial support to service these young men and the ones that are coming up behind them. Please go to our website, the Blue Heart blueheartfoundation.org. It is up on the screen. Make a donation. Even if you don't have it today, you can't make one today, you can make it anytime throughout the whole year. There are 365 days in the year. Choose one, choose two, however many you want, but make a donation. Help us to keep this going. Boys, come on. Let's go. They are going to do a step routine for you all. The food is ready. As soon as they finish, I would advise you all to line up after they have completed this routine. Get your food. Feel free to go to a table, sit down, and enjoy your meal. We thank you all for being here. We thank you for your support. We need your support. And it takes a village. It takes a village, and you are all part of that village, and your friends are part of the village. So reach out to them too. All right, are we ready? Take a step forward. Come on now. We got this whole stage. Come on, and take a step to your right, my left. Yep, bring it on, bring it up. Whew. Okay, Jermaine, let's go.
Blue Heart's mission statement is building our community by providing a secure and compassionate education, emotional health, and character development for African American males. When I say blue, you say heart. Blue! Heart! Blue! Heart! Blue! Heart!
Casey. Yes. All right. Is that it? I think that's it, right? All right. Thank you very much. You all, this is Blue Heart. These are our boys. They are our village. They are our future. Feed into our future. Go to the blueheartfoundation.org. Thank you very much. Let's eat. DJ, play some music. Hey.